Kristian, mate, thank you for joining me on this episode of In This Together on my couch or digital couch from where you're sitting. How are you?
No worries, Dino. Thank you. Appreciate this opportunity, and don't worry, I'm on my couch as well. So we're all in it together, as it is. So
awesome.
I'm great. Awesome. I'm great considering what's going on in the world. I'm fortunate, and as long as you got your support of your family and friends, and you got a roof over your head, that's all that really matters.
Absolutely.
Like yeah.
So, Kristian, surname, can I get my Italian heritage right? Is it Forte?
Yes. It's Forte, mate.
Because it's a strong surname, right?
It means strong in Italian, so yes.
Exactly.
So when you hear people saying Panadine Forte, it's actually Panadine Forte, strong Panadol. So that's what it means.
And why you buy normal Panadol after you're seeing Panadol Forte is beyond.
Yeah.
That's a question. We can tackle another one. Mate, I wanted to get your feedback around, obviously, we're changing the way we live at the moment, not just work.
Yeah.
But you're a finance broker in Victoria.
Yep.
And been doing that now for a while. Mate, what's, I suppose, the biggest impact it's had on the way that you're doing business and the way that you service your client base?
Well, obviously in this industry, there's always that lag time between, submitting an application, getting approval of settlement. So the real pinch has probably been the last 2 weeks. Obviously with existing pre-approval customers, first homeowners, wanting to wait it out. A lot of people, the sentiments really change, and we obviously seen with bank policy over the last couple of weeks, just every hour, it's just, it's really hard to keep up. In regards, so just changing our strategy into instead of so much chasing new business at the moment, really trying to service our existing database to ensure that, that they're well looked after, any questions or queries, or just, there's a lot of fear in the market at the moment. So just being able to being someone's pillar of support or a shoulder, not so much to cry on, but just to be that responsive unit to help people through this time, and whether they, helping them get onto interest-only loans or refinancing to historically low interest rates, or guiding them away with how they can pause repayments, or just giving some advice, or taking advantage of the new, like government incentives with the, the instant asset write-off, which has gone from 30,000 to 150. So things like that, and just trying to really nurture the existing database.
Yeah, and it's a really good point. And it's I think it's such an opportune time for our industry and for brokers to even now further highlight on what they're doing, and being able to do video interviews or video chats with clients, or even if it's a simple call or even just a text message to say, how are you going? Because without that face-to-face, or without people even going to work and having that extra time at home, I think there's some real advantages for even the broker channel to really highlight what we're doing. What's your take on it?
No, definitely. I think that we're definitely going to come out of this a lot better position than we are now, especially with lenders forced to take advantage or push to do more, using technology like Zooms, doing, DocuSigns and e-signs rather than the wet signatures, VOIs, with all the different VOI platforms you can use now to certify IDs. I definitely think we're moving into a more, the industry as a whole sometimes can be quite inefficient and slow, and can get to, whereas I think we're going to come out of this a lot better, and really harnessing how powerful technology can be for the greater good, if we use it to advantage, and I think businesses as well, not just in the broking industry, will be more open and susceptible to, working from home and allowing their workers to work from home. And I've been reading a lot of testing that people are doing. They've seen an increase in productivity by allowing their workers work from home and having that ability to be with their, family or their pets or their children. It's allowed them to be more productive. So, I think once we come out of it, we're definitely going to see an enhancement of technology between all industries.
I think it will, and I think that's going to be a real benefit to a lot of industries out there. Going off the broker side, I have been asking guests on this show around what's your favourite thing to do when you're at home, Kristian, either from a personal point of view or from a productivity and efficiency point of view when it comes to work. What's the one thing that you could share with people?
Well, obviously, one is family. Family is a very big part of my life. As I was saying off camera that, just the difficulty of not seeing my grandmother, my nonna, they want to take them to the shops, to doctor's appointments, mowing their lawn. I can't do any of that at the moment. So that's been challenging. And the second biggest one is that I'm a big footy fan. You know, this time of year when the weather's getting cold, you know, I love the footy. I'm a Carlton supporter, diehard Carlton supporter. My blood's blue. But I just love footy in general, and the fact that that's been postponed, it's really changed my routine, you know, from literally from Wednesday or Thursday all the way till Sunday night. It's all footy. So that's been quite challenging. And then, also not being able to go to the gym, just a normal routine, wake up in the morning, doing a bit of cardio, doing some weights. You really, I think of, you know, not taking things for granted, or just going to a coffee with with your partner or your friends and stuff like that. I think, really.
I think you summed it up really well. As on top of the family part, and there's a strong part around not taking things for granted there, and that routine that you have. And I apologise for people that are watching if it got a little bit noisy. There was obviously a chopper that just went straight over my house. Right. It sounded pretty low, but Kristian, mate, I just wanted to say thank you for being on this episode. Thank you for sharing a little bit about how you're adapting to this new way of living, as well as sharing what you're doing a little bit different, what you're missing, but how you're finding that.
Yeah, definitely what I'm missing. Definitely what I'm missing. But I definitely, like I was saying, I think long term, once this all dies down, we're going to see, I think, a more collaborative environment, more productive environment. Businesses this is a time for businesses to innovate, you know, while things are sort of slow. And when things are at its peak, you know, businesses probably don't have time to spend a lot of time in R&D and research and development and take advantage of new tools and new technologies. But when things tend to slow down, you can really become a bit more present and think, okay, what can we do now to be agile and, you know, look around the next corner and, you know, look at how to plan for the foreseeable future. And I think technology is going to be a big part of that in all industries, especially the broking industry. So, I think the next couple of months is going to be challenging. But, you know, as long as we, gives us an opportunity to enjoy the finer things in life and things that are for free, and family, friends, and our health. And, so that's right.
Beautiful. On that perfect note, mate, again, thank you very much for joining me. For yourself and everyone's watching, as always, stay strong, stay safe, and continue to do the right thing. Kristian Forte,
no worries. Thank
you very much, mate.
Ciao, ci vediamo. Ciao. Fai una bella giornata. Bye.